What is the American dream? The American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of race, class, gender, or nationality, can be successful in America if they work hard enough. During the 1900s, there was a lot of immigration in America. At the time, they were also in an economic crisis, so everyone believed they could strike it rich on Wall Street. Everyone believed they could become rich. The American dream can lead us to a downfall when becoming materialistic, depriving us from our true happiness. Gatsby had a dream to become a wealthy man and reunite with the love of his life, but this consistent determination of wanting more and something better leads to his downfall. Gatsby was a poor man. Look at the quote below. His parents were shiftless and unsuccessful farm people. For over a year, he had been beating his way along the south shore of Lake Superior as a claim digger and a salmon fisher, or in any other capacity that brought him food and a bed. Gatsby becomes very rich and a very young and wealthy man. He throws great and enormous parties. Nick explained, "I spent my Saturday nights in New York because those gleaming, dazzling parties of his were with me so vividly that I could still hear the music and the laughter, faint and incandescent, from his garden and the cars going up and down the drive. Everyone in New York would attend these great and known parties, but none of them were actually invited." We see the transition of Gatsby and how he begins to live the American dream. He goes from being poor to being a very prosperous man that has everything he could ever want. Once he is killed, Nick is amazed to see how no one cared for Gatsby. Nick says, "At first I was surprised and confused. Then as Gatsby lay in his house and didn't move or breathe or speak hour upon hour, it grew upon me that I was responsible for the funeral because no one else was interested. His supposed love of his life was nowhere to be found. All those millions of guests who attended his parties were nowhere to be present. Gatsby did not take the time to create friendships and bonds with others, since he invested all of his time on trying to get Daisy all for himself. Gatsby's generosity towards others was worthless. At the end of the day, when he died, no one was appreciative. Rather than utilizing his success for the greater good, he secluded himself from the world." Gatsby hoped and had a dream for the future. This green light was symbolizing Gatsby's hope. It is seen as the idea that people are always reaching towards something greater than themselves that is just out of reach. Nothing in life is impossible, but we must not become greedy or obsessive, because this is what happened to Jay Gatsby, leading to his demise. Any dream is possible with ambition until you let it take your life over. Furthermore, Gatsby was not the only one striving to become better and gain a better life. In Chapter 2 of the book, we see how George is always trying to improve his life through work, while Mitchell through her affair with Buchanan. These three characters were not given money to them at birth. They have been working their whole life to get where they are. They all have the dream, the American dream, but we see in the book that at the end, all those who strive for a better life are the same ones who are led to their doom. Mitchell is killed by Daisy, Gatsby is murdered by George, and then he kills himself. All those who are fighting to achieve their goals and gain a new life are dead, while those of old class are left safe and sound with nothing to worry. Additionally, the author F. Scott Fitzgerald also experienced the American dream, but it leads to his demise as well. He was poor at first, but gained success through his continuous work and determination. He found Zelda, a woman he began to love and wanted to marry. However, she refuses because he does not have money. Later on, when he is able to publish his book after his third attempt, he began to make money, and Zelda came back to him and married him. He had everything he wanted, but all this money brought issues upon his wife and himself. He began drinking and became an alcoholic. Meanwhile, the wife Zelda had a mental illness. He had the joys of young love, wealth, and success, and the tragedies associated with success and failure. The final message. As humans, we are never satisfied with the things we have. We always want more. Setting goals to achieve something we desire is good, but there are boundaries. Many times when we achieve our objectives, we become insatiable. We cannot let our dreams become our unhappiness. We must not be greedy and be grateful for the things we have in life. We cannot let our greediness overfuel within us, because there will come a time where we will lose everything we have.